Ahoy toy, welcome to Transfixed, the channel that is blowing up. I wish. So we're looking at Firefly, classified Firefly tonight. And look what I did to this Firefly. I just butchered it, didn't I? Firefly was very hard to get in Canada because we don't have Target here. So I had to order one from the States, get across the border. That was a whole mission in itself. But anyway, that's not important. Here he is. Well, the last time I did a classified video, it was about Flint here and carving up his body armor into just the straps here, and a few people pointed out that you can just remove the arms. Some people pointed it out nicely, other people not so much, but thanks for the feedback though, I do appreciate that. I was just afraid to pull it because they're on a butterfly joint, and the way that butterfly joint sits is there's a peg on the top and the bottom to make it swivel, and I was afraid of just pulling that out, which actually is what happened when I did it on the Firefly, but I was able to get around it. It did work, so I figured, yeah, I might as well show how it was done, because I couldn't find anybody else showing really how that was done. So yeah, I took your feedback, I did it, and here's what I did. Now to do this job, you're only going to need a few things. Of course, you need a heat gun, or you could boil it, or you could use a hairdryer, but I think a heat gun is always the way to go if you can get one. You can pick one up for like 20 bucks. You need a spudger, because to get those shoulders joints out, you need something to pry, but something soft, right? So don't use anything metal. A plastic spudger like this is great. If you don't have this, I'm not sure what to recommend. Maybe a butter knife. If you can get something that's not metal, I would recommend it. And then a hobby knife, a very sharp scalpel type hobby knife like this with a fresh blade to give yourself the cleanest cuts. Sound like a DJ. So let's get started. So for this part, we'll just use our trusty heat gun and heat up the ball joint in the shoulder. And then I tried pulling on this arm, but it didn't come out. So we want to stick the spudger in there just to pry the shoulder joint out. There is a pin in the shoulder joint that actually goes through the butterfly, which is kind of like a collar, and then into the body. You can kind of see here, there's that hole there. So yeah, that just acts as a collar. And then the pin on the top of the butterfly joint itself had popped out from all the pulling, so I just had to push it back in there with the tip of the spudger so it goes back in the top of the shoulder joint. And then to remove the vest, of course, you want some more heat, so it's a good idea to put the heat gun on the sides of the torso, like on the vest, so you can get that vest nice and soft and then pull it up. You can remove the head first. I didn't find it made much difference either way, but you may have to apply heat once or twice to pull this vest off, and same when you're putting it back on later. This is just to give you a bit of a look of what the figure looks like without the vest, in case you wanted to remove it entirely. It doesn't really work because to accommodate the vest, they've got the shoulders sitting a bit low, so his sort of collarbone area is higher than the shoulders, just to make it look more natural with the vest on. So if you take it off, it's not quite right. Once you got the vest off, of course, you can do your cutting with the scalpel, and just be very careful. Try to get it in one clean cut, so that you don't get these extra lines, scoring lines. Of course, I wanted to remove the front crotch flap, the butt flap, and the shoulder pad and the neck. Now, the shoulder pad actually does look kind of cool. I do like that look. However, it's bulky, and it's not supposed to have a Cobra logo on it. Like Firefly, don't get me wrong, Firefly is inextricably linked to Cobra. He was working for Cobra most of the time. One of the first contractors that Cobra Commander ever hired. But he is a contractor. He's not a Cobra, believer. So he shouldn't have the Cobra logo on any of his gear, as far as I'm concerned. He is an independent contractor. I mean, you could debate that with me, but my company hires contractors. I started as a contractor, and we didn't really have any of the paraphernalia that goes with the company. You're a consultant. Contractor, whatever. Anyway, so I took that off, and and of course I'm just trying to get it to look like the original figure, and show more of the figure underneath. And so I also took off the face plate on his. I don't like the idea of having this bomb squad type of vest on, because, as other people pointed out, it makes it look like he's not good at his job. He's not supposed to be an EOD or disposal. He's supposed to be creating the explosives and then getting out of there before it goes kaboom. So if he's got all these protective gear on him, it may be smart in case he screws up, I guess, and the scars on his face make it look like he did screw up a few times, but it just, I like the idea that he can you know, his file card says he's really good at this, so I don't think he should need all this gear. And also, I want to see the sculpting underneath. I want to see the camouflage. I want to see his face, and I want to be able to move his head around. So I definitely had to get that faceplate off so you could see his face. And then I tried to see what that looked like, and it looked like this. This is better. It's good like this. But I did decide to go ahead and remove all of the collar around there so I could see his neck and, you know, the suit he's wearing underneath, just to minimize all this bulk on him. So he looks more agile and nimble, you know, so and stealthy. So I think he looks better like this. He shouldn't look like a walking tank. I think this is better. So I think this looks a lot better. I am much happier with this Firefly now that I have it. Like I'm sure a lot of people were doing, I was using this Fortnite figure, sorry, to stand in as my temporary Firefly, and I do like him. This is a Havoc, I think, which is a reskin paint of some other character, and it's pretty good. The hands I don't like. This is the Jazzwares version, not the Hasbro version. I think there's a Hasbro version. So this one has these weird hinge here, which makes it hard to hold his weapons. And of course he's got these cartoony bombs, which doesn't make sense. Why is he holding a bomb that's definitely made for air deployment? I like the details on him though. The paint on the black is very glossy, and of course he looks kind of cartoony. But I like the fur collar though, and I like how this. I mean, it's straight up Firefly, isn't it? It's just it was good enough stand-in. When I got this Firefly as is out of the box, I was kind of debating like, do I even need to upgrade this Firefly? Because I really didn't like this vest. I really did not like it at all. But let's go through his accessories just since I'm talking about him quickly. He's got a nice backpack. Of course, I prefer the vintage stuff, if I can call it that. The original G.I. Joe stuff. This is nice, though. It does have his tools in there. They're painted. He's got a little insert at the back here. And then this piece here appears to slot in here. I don't know what this is. I think this is the remote control for his drone that he comes with. But I don't know. On the old packaging, it used to tell you what was in there. So here's an original G.I. Joe here, and it tells you exactly what is in there. Now, later on in the line, they just started saying gun or whatever, or something. Not the specifics, but this tells you, right? That's a VS11 scanner and a Communipack. Nice. And then on the back, here's a file card. Tells you all about the character. And look, here's all the other stuff you can buy. Wow, cool. I want that one. I want that one. I want that one. The modern one, they all have different artwork, which some people like. I think the artwork is pretty bad on most of them, especially Scarlet. It is awful on Scarlet. This one's not too bad, but he has a very prominent Cobra logo there. And again, I mean, he shouldn't really have the Cobra logo. And then on the back, it's just a picture of Cobra Island. The new ones just have not the new ones. The non-Cobra Island just have another kind of collage. Looks like a movie poster of all the characters. It doesn't tell you anything about Firefly. There's these symbols here which correspond to some specialties if you look on the website, but I don't really want to go to the website. Why not just put it on the box? And no, I will never shut up about this because it's a waste. I mean, it's the same company. They had this figured out decades ago. They had this so good, and it made them successful. I don't know why they're so lazy with this packaging. So no, I'm going to keep banging on about it. Anyway, so backpack, remote control. Yeah, this little drone he comes with, it looks like a little flying drone which has articulated legs, and this appears to plug into the back of his backpack with the little toes there. You can stick them in there. Now when his backpack is on, and again this soft rubber with it pegs in there, and I guess it's like that, or you could turn it down if you want to. And at least his backpack stays plugged in, unlike the Beachhead that I ordered with it, because this Beachhead backpack, it's horrible. Like it's just, again, they had this working properly in the 80s, but you can't get a backpack to plug into a figure. Maybe this is too thick, I don't know. Some people have said that you can carry his TNT, which is the other accessory he comes. I do like this one. I like this little TNT bundle here with the detonator on it. That one clips onto the bottom of his backpack, which I do like. That's pretty cool. That should just am I doing wrong? Oh, it goes this way. It has to go that way. Okay, so that's all right. I don't mind that. I don't know if the drone would be able to carry something that heavy, and it doesn't really plug into the feet. It just, I guess you could just do that. I don't really like that. So I don't need that. Backpack is good. The pistol is cool. I would have preferred his original little submachine gun, but this pistol is pretty badass looking. It looks like quite a heavy duty gun for a pistol. This also plugs into the backpack, which is nice, and I guess it goes this way. So that's all right. All these things go on here. And then the goggles. Now this one I don't mind so much. They started putting goggles on Firefly with the 25th anniversary line, and I think that's kind of cool. I don't know which way up they go. I don't know if it's this way or the other way, but yeah, he does look cool with goggles, so I'm on board with the goggles. His grenades have been moved up here on the shoulder rather than on the chest, which is okay, I guess. So those are the accessories, and I think I'm just going to keep them displayed like that. I don't know why this can only be plugged on one direction. It can't be plugged in the other way because of the way that slot works, but oh well. So that's the G.I. Joe Classified Firefly Transfixed. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.